So I'm getting ready to talk to Sarah's sister, Krista Moffat, who's doing my Feng Shui horoscope. So she's going to be on in about 20 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, how's it going? Oh, you got butts in your
Good, how are you?
Not bad. I've been looking forward to your call.
Nice. Do you have, can you go on your computer and I sent you a Zoom invite, which means I can share my screen with you while we're talking. I don't know if that works for you.
Okay, just you have to give me the number.
No, it should be in an email. I sent it to you in an email. So just go to your email and then there's a link there.
Yeah, so I'll link up with you in the email.
Okay.
I'll get right back to you.
All right.
Zoom. We're zooming. Please wait. Okay, I see that. So that's what your program puts out in for my date. Right. Can you hear me? Oh, I have to join audio. Is that working now? How do I do this? Participant. Share. Come on. Are you there, Krista? Can you hear me? Start video. Okay, so the video's on. Can you hear me? Because all I see is my chart, and like this is only my second time on Zoom. I see my chart, but I don't see anything else. I'm going to tap. I'm going to join audio. Why is that not working? Wi-Fi. Okay,
there we go. You're on.
Finally. I had to click and click.
Sad news about Laird.
Yeah, I got that from Allison on Tremblant 60s and up, you know?
Me too, yeah.
He died in a fire. What the fuck? He slept through a fire. What the fuck? He was a fireman for a while. What the fuck?
He's a raging alcoholic.
Oh, yeah. So he passed out. A candle was burning and he died. Yeah, I wanted to get in touch with him. I called him a little while ago. He had changed from a red shirt to a brown shirt. And I guess he was still doing the pulleys at the top there. Staying overnight and stuff, right?
No, I don't think he's been doing that for a while.
Okay, but there was an article or something about him it's on Facebook. Yeah, he was a good friend. We stayed with it at his parents' place, and him in his canoe going up. He wanted me to come along because he didn't like to put a real rock in front of his, to balance his canoe. So, yeah. So, are you in touch with Allison or?
Not for a long time. She and I got in touch. She moved out west. She moved to Vancouver, and we were in touch. And then, no.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, well, that's what Facebook's good for. You can always drop by and say hello. I've been trying to encourage people to get together and share, but everybody's too shy. So I've got this thing. I've got to try to save this thing somehow, right? Or you're going to send it to me?
I'm going to send you all the notes.
Okay.
I'm going to send you like 5 pages of notes on your birth chart when we're done here. So you get lots of information. Everything we talk about today, you'll get.
All right, good.
Yeah. And then, I wasn't able to see your pictures that you sent me through Facebook. So that's great, that floor plan. Can you email that to me?
I'm working on something I bought for $9 on the computer. You know,
Yeah.
it's a floor plan thing. I'm working on something. Um, yeah,
Cool. That's awesome.
you need something to put a compass on, and you had me look. I downloaded a compass and I went to the front door and I sent you that as well.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I think
Well,
it's on Messenger. You just have to scroll up. There's a sketch of the floor plan. There's a
oh
plan.
yeah.
I still have to put porches on that floor plan, and I have to go upstairs and do the rooms upstairs.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, let's start with the. This is your birth chart. This is what you are. So these pillars. Can you see my cursor moving?
Yep.
So the hour pillar is your the hour in the day are your home life, like who you are at home, your sort of introverted self. The month and the year are how people perceive you, how you are in the outside world. The hour is represented by each pillar is represented by certain people and things. So the hour pillar is your children or your hopes and dreams. Do you have any children, Ralph?
No, I adopted a girl though. She's 30 now. She's a black Dominican, well, a Haitian, and
Cool.
I'm baby. I've got her bird because she can't handle it working at home.
No. Right.
Bird
Okay.
bites.
So we'll get into what each, how all this interacts. But I like to teach as I go. So this is your child. This represents. I can look at this as a practitioner and sort of see things, but so it represents hopes and dreams in your children. This one is really who you are. So the first thing I would look at is this. It's called the Day Master, and you are Yang Water. That is. I look at that. So there's 5 elements: wood, water, fire, earth, and metal.
Mm-hmm.
And there's yin and yang of each. And I immediately can look at that and say, oh, he's yang water. So the first thing you think about when you see water is wise, very, very intelligent people. And often, like an ocean, can be very calm on top, but lots going on underneath. Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to let you know, I'm recording this. I'm got this on the other tablet, and it's recording me listening to you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. You can have this to listen back at. That's excellent.
Yeah.
So, you are a large body of water. The other thing, that we think about with water is they like to move all the time. Their freedom is important. Like they're adaptable, they're hard to contain. When you spill water, it just goes everywhere.
Water.
We always like to, I'm water too. We always like to be on the move. I'm actually yin water, but so slightly different. But, it explained to me why I change jobs every 5 years. I just really love change. I love change.
Yeah, I changed a lot of jobs too. Kept moving different places.
Yeah. So that's one of the things. And then this pillar also represents spouses, like closest relationship. So your core self and your closest relationship. This one represents your career and your parents. This one represents your outer circle of friends and ancestors or grandparents. This one also is indicative of health. These can both be indicative of health, these two pillars. This pillar, the year pillar, also represents 0 to 17 years old. So I can look at that and say, oh, okay. Tells me a little bit of a story about your life between 0 and 17.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story.
This one tells me about 17 to 32, 32 to 52, and then 52 till death is the last pillar. So that's a little bit about, and then we get a 10-year, wonderful thing about Chinese astrology is you get a 10-year luck pillar, and in that 10-year luck pillar comes in an element and an animal, and those two things will interact with you. We also get an annual luck pillar every year. It happens every month and every day too. This is cyclical all the time. Annual luck pillar comes in with an element and a animal. Now the annual luck pillar is the same for everyone in the world. So everyone is going through this
The water
cycle,
thing, yeah.
but it affects us each differently depending on who we are. The 10-year luck pillar is different for each of us, and here's all of yours from day 3, from 3 on. So here's all the elements and animals that every decade have come in. Interesting thing, not a lot of money until 53.
Yeah, kind of works out.
Fire is wealth for you. So if your water, fire is wealth, which means it comes fast. It can come fast and be gone fast like a fire.
Yeah, well, that's the way it's been. Yeah, I've been able to buy the house with luck, and I've got a room full of money, Krista. I believe in it. If I need some money, I just have to walk into the room and it's available. I've never had problems with money,
That's amazing.
Working
That's
at New
so
World
cool,
and Pogie in the summer and skiing and never really had a steady job, but worked carpenter. And the last 20 years, I was flipping houses with my last partner, who I'm still in touch with. So I'm going to see her in New Brunswick.
So yeah, it's right there. All your water stuff. You like to, you never had a 9 to 5. Your freedom is important to you. So, and that you have this great mindset about money is always available to you. You're not coming from a place of lack. You're coming from a place of abundance, which is how you.
Yeah, well, that's what someone told my ex-wife when she went, that we'll be coming into money, and that's what she kind of relied on, but she didn't realize it was going to happen, much later.
Yeah. So here's all your fire. So 53, direct wealth, indirect. So direct wealth is considered like 9 to 5 job, or a more acceptable almost way of making money. Indirect, if you're thinking of Chinese people thousands of years ago when they made up all this stuff, indirect wealth can be inheritance, lottery, trust funds, and entrepreneurial work. So you're right in the middle of a full wealth cycle. And sometimes wealth is work, not just money. It can be a lot of work as well.
Well, I've got a lot invested in this house, and if I do it up, I can put it on the market, sort of thing.
Yeah. So this is a good time. So it started in 2016 and it ends in 2026. So keep that in mind. Let's see. The one after this is it's still got some wealth there, starting at 73. 7 killings. So that's influence and wealth of the next big energies coming in your next 10-year luck cycle, starting in 2027. But yeah, if you want to sell that house, it might be a good time to do that between now and 2026, perhaps, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, the luck pillar.
We're back at the top there.
Yeah.
Right.
Water pillar. So a water tiger, which everyone is experiencing this year in the world, is one of the 10 spiritual luck pillars. There's 60 pillars, and 10 of them are highly spiritual. That's what you are. Look, right here.
Mm-hmm.
You have the same energy as this year.
Right. Right.
So that tells me you're a spiritual person, and we're all going through spiritual changes this year. The world is changing. We're all being forced to change. Right there.
Yeah, I met this really cool guy. He does satsang on Sundays. Tom Thompson. Don't mistake him for the artist.
Okay.
But yeah, he does a Zoom on Sundays. He gives a little talk, and then he takes you through a guided meditation, and he's got a group.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got a center, and he's done a few things. He's known. He's done.
Yeah, his name sounds familiar besides the artist.
Yeah, the Tom Thompson. There's another guy, Brian, and there's a few of those guys. They're always spieling their stuff.
There's so much of that available to us now. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, but you have to be careful a bit.
Yeah, I guess.
You have to. Some of it can be extreme.
Yeah. You have to align with them. So, just actually, before we go much further, you were born December 17th, 1953 at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about water in general, and then we're going to talk about yang water, because there's 2 kinds of water. So water in general is Wisdom is the virtue of water. We talked about this. Water is formless and its shape changes according to whatever condition it is presented with. Water's thoughts are deep and usually cannot be seen. Water is always on the move, often creating an inner restlessness for the person. Water is the energy or star of thoughts and ideas. It represents intelligence. All water is intelligent, adaptive, imaginative. Yang water is extroverts. We're rebels. It's never stable and cannot stay in one place. We like to move a lot. Key qualities are intelligent, adaptive, extroverts, rebellious. Yang water stands for rivers, lakes, and an ocean. It is elongated in like the image that the Chinese put. Flexible and changing, symbolizing wisdom, creativity, and flexibility. Water people are powerful, impulsive, deep and dark, brave, adventurous, and fearless. Now, if your day master, which is what it is Yang water, which is what it is for you, you're adaptive, elusive, intelligent, usually unable to stand or sit still, can be temperamental and energetic, often extroverts, always on the go, have to work to stay focused, easily distracted. Water people are adventurous, people who are unstoppable when they put their minds to it. They're rebellious and dislike being made to conform. Too much water in a chart can come across as pushy, never give up, doesn't know when to quit. Boundaries may be a problem, hard to separate water from anything, so choose your relationships carefully. Water governs thoughts. Water people are always thinking, which can translate to trouble sleeping. Water has the ability to gather people together, so that translates to the ability to raise capital. Water takes the path of least resistance. This may translate to someone who does not pay attention to details. Temperamental, not knowing their own thoughts. 1 minute you're an ocean, the next minute you're a cloud or a thunderstorm or rain, back to what looks like a calm ocean.
Yeah, on a beach somewhere, yeah.
Yang water thinks by sitting still. They're motivators, fast, affected by how others think, anxious, analyze everything, accurate and precise. Entrepreneurial, networkers who think big, are ambitious, cost conscious, fast learners, and independent. So let's just look at yours for a second. You've got a lot of, so 43, here's your graph of all your elements. 43% is water, so almost half.
Oh boy.
So yeah, water people have to be careful of addiction and depression.
You're funny.
And you know what they need? They need earth to control, like a riverbank, to control the water.
Beach.
A little bit there, not a lot.
Give me some beach.
Yeah. Gardening, working with the earth would be good for you.
Yeah, that's what I do. I buy loads of earth. Last year I got some good stuff, but the year before I got fill. So I'm plugging at it. I got myself one of those go-kart, those two-wheel carts, so I can get a real load on. Yeah. Get all kinds of stuff on Amazon. I go crazy.
So we have to look at the five. One of the things we do in Chinese astrology and in Feng Shui is look at the 5-element theory. How do the elements interact? So wood is the first element, and it comes up in spring. So that's the first season. And when wood gets burned, it makes fire. When fire is dead, you have soot, which is earth, ash. Earth, inside earth is metal. Metal condenses, it makes water, water feeds wood. So that's kind of the producing cycle. Then there's the reducing cycle. Like when water feeds wood, it gets depleted. And then there's a controlling cycle. Earth controls water with the riverbanks. Water controls fire by putting it out. So we always look at your main element is yang water. How does it work with all the other elements in the chart? So only yang earth can control water. Yang
So that
water,
we're talking about that circle chart there.
Yeah, I've got a picture of it here.
Yeah, you're saying because that's the whole idea was that circle chart would give you a good idea of what we're talking about now. No, it's okay.
Yeah. It's in your.
There it is. Yeah, I saw you go by it.
Oh,
There it is. Yeah, that thing.
that's just a graph, but it's you can use that as the wood,
Just
fire, earth, metal, water. But I do have in your notes. I put that actual producing, controlling. You've seen it.
yeah,
So what they're saying is you need if you've got if you've got yang water, you need yang earth basically in your chart to control all that water. Let's look.
okay.
Don't see a lot of yang earth. So right here, the goat is yin earth. There's a little bit of yang earth in the tiger. Right here, this symbol is yang earth, and right here, this symbol is yang earth. So there's some in the snake. But when, for instance, a yang earth year comes along, you will feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Your water will be controlled. So we can look ahead. Let's just look down here. You know, you had yang earth 53 to 63, that last 10-year luck cycle. That was a major contributor to how you felt in the like from 53 to 63.
Yeah.
So you had some wealth there, but you also had some earth, which you really need in your chart.
Yeah. Does that kind of say that I need to find a partner that has a lot of earth in her?
Often you find people that are lacking in an element. You look to the partner, and that is what you're attracted to.
So I can ask her if she wants to have her horoscope done.
Yeah.
And that would be good.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Great.
The other thing that yang water likes, just really for beauty and aesthetics, is yang sun. So think of a beautiful ocean and the sun reflecting off the ocean, making it all sparkly. You have yang fire here in the snake, so that's helpful. But again, when yang fire comes along up top, that will be really helpful for you. So that's summertime months. Like horse is summer months. When's horse? Horse month is May, June, and July. So horse month is June. So that month will be nice for you because that's yang fire, and then the yang fire. Get my notes. Hang on. So right now we're in tiger year. Next year is rabbit, and then dragon. They're all wood. And then we go into a fire cycle. And horses is 2026. That'll be a good year for you. And that might be a good year to sell the house.
Yeah.
So that's we were looking at the 5 element theory. So it really likes yang water, likes yang earth and yang sun. You have a little bit of both of them in your chart. Yang water doesn't need to be produced as it already exists. It does, though, need to be properly controlled. That's where the earth should come in. So just for fun, I put in careers for water people. Anything that relates to mobility, movement, wisdom and intelligence, transportation, tourism, fishing, cleaning, sailing, shipping, journalism, wisdom-related fields like strategists, thinkers, writing, travel, strategy, analysis, planning, dentistry, spa, and wellness. Have you done any of those, Ralph?
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
Okay, now we're going to look at your animals. So you are all of these animals. You have the energy of all of these animals. For today, I'm going to just look. I put in the notes all of their characteristics, but today we're going to really just focus on the tiger, because that's your core character. And then the year is also really what people see of you. And this is the animal we work with, and when we do Feng Shui, we only look at the annual animal. So I'm going to tell you the characteristics of the tiger. Tigers are charismatic and warm-hearted. They have raw appeal that makes them stand out in a crowd. The tiger loves new adventures, challenges, and can be quite competitive. Tigers know they're the king of the jungle, and they have an air of authority that prompts others to obey their orders. Ambitious and determined, tigers will fight to the bitter end if the cause is worthy and rarely have trouble getting people to join their latest plan. Tigers demand loyalty, enthusiasm, and praise, but are deeply sensitive and caring of their loved ones. Tigers need to learn moderation as their passionate nature makes them prone to sudden emotional outbursts that can make others sometimes run for cover. But their magnetic, fun-loving nature usually brings their friends back for more. Does that sound like Ralph?
Yeah, more or less. You know, I mean, it's certainly accurate. But I don't like it's the psychic messages thing. You know, the guy's there and he's saying things, and people are responding to him. There's a bit of hokum too. You know, there's a bit of sleight of hand or whatever going on. Lots of generalizations and yeah, that sounds like me. I was on the patrol. I made it to ASK director, and I get put in charge of jobs, carpentry stuff, and then on my own, I was on my own. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Let's talk about the snake. The snake is witty and popular and is an interesting blend of gregariousness and introversion, intuition and business savvy. Though sometimes perceived as lazy, the snake is often merely observing the situation before deciding when to strike. When motivated, snakes are hard workers and determined to finish the job, and they expect the same from others. The snake is retiring and gentle and does not wish to be rude or confrontational, but thinks nothing of striking when they feel they've been wronged. The key with the snake is what they feel. The snake is more inclined to depend on their own sentiments and first impressions, whether correct or not, instead of listening to others' opinions and logic. More mental than physical, the snake is somewhat dangerous and seductive and often irresistible to others. They are usually cautious but generous to friends and family. Thoughts?
Yeah, that covers it.
Okay.
I'm gonna see all this. I'm gonna see all this stuff in the notes you send me too, eh?
Yeah.
Plus, I have
like 5 pages of it.
Oh,
you bet.
cool.
You're getting it all. So you've got rat and goat. Goats are very intuitive, very creative. So then we look at everything as a whole. Tells us something about you. It tells us what really, what kind of profile and structure that you are. So we go a little deeper now. We go into looking at these little symbols at the bottom, these little letters. So water. So if you see another water in the chart, like the rat is yin water energy, and this is yin water, these are considered friends in your chart.
Yeah.
Or they can also be competitors, and they can also be siblings. Do you have a brother or sister?
Yeah, I did have a sister, but I don't see her anymore.
Okay. So these are considered friends. Now, water, the next thing in the cycle after water is wood. So you've got some wood here. So this is considered your creative output element. This means whatever it is you do that's creative. It could be, if you're a woman, it's children, but if you're a man, it's just basically your creative outlet, your creative output. So you have quite a bit of creativity in your chart, 18% of wood. Wealth comes next. We talked about that. Fire comes next, and we talked about that. That's your wealth element. Then earth is your influence, power and influence. How much power and influence you have in the world. And then little sliver of metal here is resource. So resource is anything that makes the Daymaster better. So it could be school, it could be noble people supporting you, it could be parents supporting you. It doesn't look like you had a lot of support growing up. that a true fact?
Support. No, I
Your
had.
parents put you through school. Did your parents support you financially? Was,
No,
are they
they
always?
took me in. I could stay there and collect pogey and stuff, but they never. My dad always got me a car. They did support me in their way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, well, it can be other things, like education.
Yeah, they didn't pay for I went to college on my own and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and I went
So,
to trauma on my own and went rafting on my own. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, I did what I wanted.
yeah. Okay, so your main, here we go. We can see all the different, they're called 10 gods. So you can see here your main star, we'll call it, is Rob Wealth, which is a companion. So it's a companion structure or companion profile with a Rob Wealth structure. I'll read to you what those mean. So a companion structure is this is the friendly person, the consummate networker and one who thrives on making connections with others. They have strong social skills and are always easy to please others and will be very friendly and outgoing in the workplace. They will not hesitate to get involved in the things that they would excel in and will generally strive to be the best in whatever it is they have to accomplish. They are supporters of others and are very loyal. Does that sound like you?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. No argument
So
there.
these people are manifesting their strengths. They tend to be very persuasive, friendly, and adept at winning people over. They tend to excel in sales and marketing type roles. They'll not shy away from risks and tend to thrive on excitement and fast-paced action as opposed to routine and organized systems. So Rob Wealth, like the direct translation in Chinese is the leader. Like you said, you end up being leader in your roles. The characteristics are proud, solitary, stubborn, strong, competitive, and sometimes inflexible. These people are talkative. They can be quite aggressive. Everything must be for a cause. The end result is how they deal with people. Life is not easy always for people with too much Rob Wealth in their chart. Nothing comes easily, and continuous hard work is the norm. They easily take charge of any situation. Careers for Rob Wealth. Anything that requires highly coordinated level of teamwork, including those of the adventurous, competitive, or risky type of careers. Careers that involve special operations, including rescuing and protecting lives and property, individual careers, or sports whereby the person is left to fend for themselves in the competition or the job. So basically, it's very self-sufficient. Anything where you're very self-sufficient would be a good career.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much over now. Career, but it's a life path anyway.
Yeah. So now we're going to look at the animals. So each animal has a best friend. Each animal has a clash animal. And then there are some animals that make a harmony together. They're like a triangle. 3 animals make harmonies. And then the same can happen with a punishment. 3 animals make a punishment. And some animals harm each other and they can be found in your chart, or they can come in the luck cycles. So we'll talk about how your animals interact next. First of all, the first thing, remember I talked about these are the pillars that people see of you. This is how you are at home, and this is what people see of you. So the very first thing people see of you is yin water, which is kind of an introverted version of the yang water. Still super wise, adaptable. Let's just see what the notes say for yin water. They're known for their intelligence. They're people with gifted powers of abstract thinking. They make good teachers, and as the role of water is to feed plants and help them grow to a new generation. Usually introverted, imaginative, creative, and value principles of the greater good. The next thing people see of you is yang wood, which is a big, tall, strong, inflexible, sturdy tree. The first thing we think about when we see wood as a practitioner is like the word that goes with wood is kindness. Super kind people. And the other really important thing about wood is it always has to be growing. If it's not growing, it's dead.
Mm.
So learning new things, even just reading books of things that interest you is very important for yang wood. And then we talked about yang water. We'll just touch briefly on the yin fire. Are people that so it's a candle, so you illuminate things for people. You're like the torchbearer. Come this way. You're showing the way. That's what the ding fire represents.
Mm-hmm.
So you inspire people. It's important to be an inspirational person.
Yeah, I just went through something like that with a friend's daughter. Yeah.
Every person, if you look over here, there's a list of things. Each, element or day master, yours is yang water. Each one has certain things like a nobleman animal, an intelligence animal, a peach blossom. Peach blossom is like sexual animal, your attraction animal. Sky horse means your travel animal. Not everybody has them in their chart, and you do. So your nobleman is a snake, and it's right here in your chart, which means support, just means support. And intelligence just means wise, and you have it in your chart. Tiger, right? Who you are. So highly intelligent person. Of course, the tiger, this comes in as well. This year, you've got your nobleman and your intelligence coming in the luck pillar. So that energy is just amplified. Sometimes the stems combine. These two, like certain two things combine, and in your chart we have yin fire and yang water. So these two right side by side, and that tells us something about you. I'll tell you what that means. This combination is considered one of loyalty. People with this in their chart are inclined to loyalty to those they hold dear. Under certain circumstances, it combines to make wood. Wood for you is creative output. This suggests, this combination, this is nice, this combination suggests a long life. When yin fire combines with yang water, it represents a person that is enduring and progressive, has energy and stamina. It suggests a person who has a desire for more and constantly strives to achieve this. It may indicate eye and vision problems.
Mm. Mm.
Just an FYI there.
Yeah, I'm seeing an eye doctor every year. I have some things going on. Feels like there's something like a piece of sand in my eye. Like the nighttime sand. I think it's could either be an ingrown eyelash or skin tag or something.
Right. Well, keep an eye on that. No pun intended. Now you're aware that this is an indication that that might be something that you need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
All right. So harms and clashes and punishments, they happen to us all.
Right.
They're either present in your birth chart or they show up in the luck pillars. If they're in your birth chart, they are lifelong challenges that can often be overcome with internal work. Or when they show up in the luck pillar, they're sometimes the most productive and best years of our life, because we all know that the hard years are the ones that make us work on our shit and get stuff done. Like when you're sitting around eating ice cream and everything, life is all rosy, you're not really doing any personal work.
No.
So we're now going to talk about your punishments and harms and clashes, but I always segue with those couple of sentences to say everybody has them, and it's amazing. There's only a few. We all have the same issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing to me. This is one thing that has really blown me away. It's like,
well, I think the problem stems from we've got it too good.
Yeah. Interesting. So, the rat and the goat don't get along. They're a harm. So we look at that and we say, okay, so the goat is creative output, or sorry, the goat is our hopes and dreams, or our children, and the rat is in the pillar of career, health, and parents. So what does that mean to you? If that could be like, I don't know.
No, my parents, everything was good. I mean, they got sick of alcohol. Oh,
Is that the bird?
Yeah, I put a little trap for him up. He found it.
But it's more like did your parents clash your hopes and dreams, or did your health, maybe somebody's health might clash their hopes and dreams. You know, they wanted to be a rock climber and they're in a wheelchair or something like that. I've put it in the notes, and you can take some time to figure out what that means for you.
The rat and the goat.
Yeah, rat and a goat not getting along.
Well, I don't get along with my sister and her family anymore. We had a kind of falling out after my mother died, you know.
That's really too bad. I think a lot of families are going through falling outs right now through this whole COVID bullshit. But
yeah, there's that too.
That's hard. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't really. Do you see your sister is the opposite sex, so it would be the yin water. She's definitely in your chart, but she's not right beside you, let's say. It would be better if she was right beside you. And then, so let's talk about your parent pillar, actually. So this is considered your father, and this is considered your mother. Water and water get along, so it looks like you were maybe got along with your mother.
Well.
The relationship between water and wood is you feed wood, which can be draining for you. So it's a reducing cycle rather than a producing cycle.
Yeah, I went through some of that. She was weird.
Yeah. He's also a tree, inflexible. Okay, so the snake and the tiger are also a harm.
Yeah, we got some of that going on, eh?
So you got two harms. You have a little bit of a challenging, I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit of a challenging birth chart. So these guys don't get along. So that's, so this could be outer circle of friends or grandparents harming your spouse or your core character, or your health harming your spouse or your core character. Again, it's hard to know. You kind of just have to sit with it and see what you think. Now let's just have a look at the notes. Also, though the tiger and the snake combined with when they meet the monkey, it creates a something called an ungrateful punishment. This is one of the things that so many people, we all struggle with it.
Okay, the ungrateful punishment.
So every May, in May is the, so no, I got this notes wrong. It's the monkey. So when the monkey comes along, so monkey is August, I think. Yes, every August. You're going to feel this energy. And in I got to look this up now. It's not 2025. When is the, 2028? Because the next time the monkey year comes along, that'll make a full punishment. So here's the thing you need to know. So the ungrateful punishment is like, it's the energy of like biting the hand that feeds you. It happens when someone you've helped doesn't appreciate what you've done for him, and even worse, resents it or retaliates. This implies emotional problems that linger with the people represented by the pillars and the elements. You feel trapped. People take you for granted.
Yeah, I just went, like I said, I just went through that with Willie's daughter, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the clue. Often it starts with you not being grateful for yourself.
Well, I'm always awfully grateful. I think that's the key to my success.
Keep it up. Yeah. Often oftentimes people don't feel grateful for themselves. So having a daily gratitude journal can really help. Being grateful for yourself means, being grateful for yourself first. Working on self-gratitude will in turn help with finding gratitude for others. Self-care and self-love are crucial in combating this punishment. Next thing I see is this little thing called death and emptiness, DE. Again, doesn't mean death. So there's a lot, the Chinese like very sensational words, and sometimes the translation is wrong, is not correct either, or doesn't correlate properly. Anyway, death and emptiness does not mean death, but it does mean, however, when you have it in your year pillar, this pillar represents ancestors and parents. It also governs early age from 1 to 17. A void here, or death and emptiness here, indicates that the person might not have had good care during childhood, had a tough life without much help from ancestors or parents, or may have had to establish themselves with their own bare hands. It indicates that the person may have had to leave his birthplace in order to be successful.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what happened in that time period. Like grade 10, I looked at my report cards and I was away from school more than I went. I finally passed after the second year, and then the final year I took the bus to the shoot because I knew I wasn't going to be able to carry on going to Mourne Heights because the school bus driver was driving me into town and dropped me off, and I was going to hang out with the hippies,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I went to Mourne Heights High School for a year, or for a few months actually.
Oh yeah.
We were going to live there, and then we found Tremblant, and went to Senegal.
Oh yeah. What year were you there? Well, you're much younger.
That would have been 76, I think.
No, I graduated the shoot in 72.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then we look at the pillars, because remember we talked about water tiger being a spiritual pillar. There are a whole bunch of other special pillars. So I always look to see, is this a special pillar? Is this a special pillar? So you have 3 special pillars, so I'll read them to you. The fire goat, this one here, which is the time of life that you're in right now. It's the fire goat years. This is indicative of an elegant and intelligent person. This person is blessed with many talents, knowledge, achievements, and success in life. These are a little bit fluffy. The water tiger pillar, though, we talked about, is one of the 10 spiritual pillars. So it is an indication of intelligence and wisdom, easier success in life, and it also means you see ghosts. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yeah, you asked me that the last time, eh? And I thought about it some. I haven't seen them, but there have been experiences. At Tremblant, like the first time I went there, that was a wild ride. You bust your poles on the Michemin, and you're skiing down Ryan's, hitting all the rocks, and you stop to look at your skis with your skis on, and the tip gets stuck between 2 rocks, and you bust your ski getting it out of the fucking hole, And then there was the rendezvous. Holy shit, Krista. We did acid up there, eh? And The Shining was there at the time.
Oh, Jesus.
And I had this fucking dream that the place was full of skiers and old kit and something, and they were singing and dancing on a big fire. Go, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Seen ghosts, yeah.
Yeah. All right. The wood rat pillar is an advancing god noble pillar. It indicates rapidly growing wealth. Independence, good physical appearance, and a determined and aggressive attitude. This person has a deep interest in research and is likely to achieve success in life. They're a bit fluffy. I put them in there just for fun.
Yeah.
Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the energy of this pillar and how it interacts. You're almost, you're well into this luck cycle. And then we'll look at how this is interacting with your chart. So the 2016 to 2026 luck pillar, this is we talked about full wealth. You're in the midst of a 10-year wealth/work cycle. Take advantage of it.
Yeah. Resource
and influence are also present. They're right here. I'll show you. This is considered resource, which is your earth element, and influence is your earth element, and resource is your metal element. So There's some metal there that's good for you because you don't have a lot of it in your chart. So resource is always nice. That means just support from people or learning new things to support yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And influence is just being seen for what you're doing. Nice energy. Snake and tiger in your chart is a harm. We talked about that. And because there's a snake in this luck pillar, it also contributes to that energy. So ungrateful punishment happening even stronger in this 10-year cycle.
Yeah, it's called karma, I guess, eh?
Yeah, totally. We all chose this birth chart so that we have worked through all these things in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2022 luck pillar, this is the same identical luck pillar as your day pillar. It's called a fu yin. It does mean that something sad could happen this year when it's an identical pillar as your day pillar. I don't know how to alleviate that except maybe just be prepared.
Well, shit happens, eh? Yeah.
Shit happens, exactly. We talked about the tiger as a harm to your ancestor health pillar, so be on guard on your health. Get checked out if you have any intuition about what's going on there.
Oh yeah, I'm under doctor's care. It's important to me.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I know a lot of men that don't go to the doctors, including my partner. The tiger also contributes to that ungrateful punishment because it's the tiger, the snake, and the monkey. So that energy again is, and also it's a lot of water coming into a chart that already has a lot of water. So it's going to feel maybe uncomfortable this year for you. It will get better. It's only a year with a lot of water.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to find that beach somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Good for you. It's a good idea. Take a nice warm holiday somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just do a little recap and look ahead to 2022 for your yang water and your two animals that we covered. So yang water in 2022. You are an ocean. Wisdom is the virtue of water. Water's thoughts are deep and cannot be seen. Water's always on the move and changes according to whatever condition it is presented with. This is a soul expanding year for you. With all the water already present in your chart, you will have to learn to manage your emotions. Create a master plan and have the courage and self-discipline to carry it out. So having a plan is really important when there's lots of water. Having a vision and a mission with a long-term goal is key. Try and be clear and predictable and not your usual mysterious self. Yang water has friend and output. Lots of social interactions that involve pleasure for you this year. It's a great year to it's a great year to create a product because wealth is in growth. It's an excellent year to start a long-term project that will grow and you could potentially sell during the fire wealth years coming up. So, yeah, like I talked about, the fire years for you, Ralph, the fire years for you are wealth. So that's 25, 26, and 27. So that would be a good year to sell the house.
Yeah, that's what's probably going to happen.
Networking and joint ventures will happen and you will need to take the lead on the project. You will want to support other people, make sure they fit in with your goals and dreams. Friends could distract you and choose wisely. You need to focus. It would be good to have a weekly accountability partner, perhaps. That's what I'm going to be for you. I'm your accountability partner. We're going to work on this house.
Yeah, we'll get her done.
Tiger in 2022. So you're the star this year. It's the year of the tiger.
There we go.
And water tiger, and you're really the star. So in general, this means pressure because people will be looking at you.
Yeah.
What do you want to be seen for? Lots of opportunities means pressure. This year, the tiger, there's 3 tigers in the year chart, which means lots of competition as well. This indicates a good year to do self-reflection. You will see yourself for what others see you for. It's a typo. Water tiger is a powerful spiritual day pillar. Let go of past behaviors and work with karma. Stuck tendencies will show up, but if you're conscious and working through them, good will come. Be authentic and true to yourself. Take action and have courage. Show up and do better for others.
Yeah, action and courage. One thing that turned things around for me was turning um, fear into courage. Oh my God.
Do you need to take it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's Danny from New Brunswick. I'm gonna tell her I'll call her back.
Okay.
Oh, there's a problem though because oh yeah, because she's a no, she's on that one. Yeah, Dan, I'm doing my horoscope with Krista. Can I call you back? We're almost done.
Yes, yes, that's fine.
Lots of
Bye.
bye. Talk to you soon. Yeah, that's Danny.
Turning fear into courage. That is brilliant. I did the same thing. I've just started doing it. I mean, launching this business, launching my website was the hardest thing I've ever done. I just decided, fuck it, I gotta stop getting.
Yeah, but when you're all done, you're all done, and you're looking back and going, "What the fuck? That was no big deal, right?"
I know.
It's fucking pissed me off, and the people worrying about this and that. Like, we got to do good. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been wallowing in fear for a long time, so this is really good. It's part of what we're all going through. I think on globally, I think we all have to step into our power now.
Oh, the fucker! He got in the cabinet.
So the snake in 2022, one of the four nobles. So every year there's four noble animals, and the snake is one of them. So you will experience a positive and protective energy this year. A good start for luck and problem solving. Old emotions, though, can keep you stuck. Ask yourself, where do you want to be in 12 years? Or you may want to consider doing something different and gaining a new perspective. It's a good year to take a calculated risk. Those are all the notes I have for you. Let's see if you have any questions.
No, I really appreciate it, Krista. We'll have to you'll have to let me think about it. Read the chart and stuff. Do the sketch. Are you clear on the compass direction of the front door that I sent you?
No, I didn't see that. I saw
You
it. Now I see it's on my phone. I'm just
you
looking at it.
said 160, but I don't know. The compass was wonky. The way I held it, the way it pointed north, and it looked like it was pretty close to 180. Well, 160. You got that off Google Earth, I guess, right?
I got it off of, it's actually a software, Chinese Metasoft. It's a software, or not Metasoft, it's Mingli Ru. It's some kind of Russian software that we use for Feng Shui. But it's usually pretty accurate. Like, I mean, 20 degrees is big. But you gotta really make sure and there might be some metal interruptions and stuff with your phone.
Yeah, well, I'll see if I can get myself a real compass. So the digital thing was all wonky.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's not a big deal. I can trust. I mean, it's nice to get a reference from, a personal reading, but so yeah, if you can find one, that'd be great.
Yeah, and I'll have to go
And make
upstairs.
sure the declination is right for that region, right? You have to think about the declination.
Declination is what, the latitude, longitude?
It's each region has maybe declination isn't the word. You can Google it. What's I think you just Googled the declination in Calumet, it'll be like plus 14 or something. But your iPhone should do it automatically if you're using the iPhone. But if you're using a manual compass, you have to sort of manually change it.
Oh yeah, there's the declination is the variance of the North Pole to the true north.
Thank you.
There you go. There's your 160.
Perhaps. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll go with that, I guess.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. And
declination. What is it? Declination. Magnetic declination. I think you had to add the magnetic in there.
Oh, okay. Declination. Angle on the horizontal plane. Hang on.
Deviation. What's it called?
And so a magnetic declination or magnetic variation is the angle on the horizontal plane between magnetic north and true north.
Right. That's the horizontal plane is the chart. Is your
This
map.
angle
Your map.
varies depending on the position on the Earth's surface and change over time.
Yeah, it's moving and it's curved.
Neat. Okay.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah, you can send me those sketches though via email. Doesn't help me on my. I mean, I'm sure I can send them on to myself when I get them in Facebook Messenger.
yeah, I'll have to get them done and
Because you're
checked.
working on it on the computer, right?
No, I'm working on a piece of paper. Well, I got a computer as well, but it's not coming out. You know, I'm putting my figures on the paper and trying them on the computer.
Right. So once you put them onto the computer into that,
I can
that
share it to
software
an
you want,
email.
send it to me in an email.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
Cool. And once I get started on it, once I have, like, it'll probably be next week. I'll start, depending on when you get me this plans.
Yeah, there's no rush, Krista. I'll get this done as a project, and I'll talk to some friends, and I'll suggest they get in touch with you. Danny Bowman is one of them. I don't know if she'll get in touch with you or not, but you know, I'll send you the $100. You know, it's been a blast.
Fun, eh?
Yeah.
I do like 3 or 4 of these a week. People love them. They're fun.
Yeah. Well, I want to encourage you. You could be the JoJo. You could be the JoJo Feng Shui. You know, get on a bikini and hang out and say it's spring. She does that. She's a friend on Facebook. She JoJo Savar.
JoJo Savar, and she's a Feng Shui girl?
No, she's a psychic from Montreal.
Oh, cool.
And she's been at it for a long time. She's really pushing her product. I tell you, she's always on the hype. But she's you know, she's a blonde, big tits. She's not afraid to show them, and she's got the quack, boy. She's got it down.
Yeah, I need to work on that a little bit, maybe.
Well, you can always be an alternative person. You could be like a Dame Edna or something, you know, just completely flip and be a Harry Potter character. I don't know. Well, no, you're doing all right, Krista. I want to encourage you. Yeah, sounds like fun.
Thank you. I really appreciate your enthusiasm and your support. I really do. It means a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. So, Krista, we'll say goodbye. I got to go get something to eat because I'm feeling weak.
Okay.
And I don't know. I just see you. You see me. I just see a chart, right? So you're going to send me this stuff. How?
I'll send it in an email. It'll just be an attachment.
And then I'll save it as a file. I can download it and all that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to download it. It'll just come as a document in your inbox.
Great.
Yeah. Be really easy to see and read. And so, yeah, spend some time with it. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, Krista.
Have a great day.
Thanks. How do I say goodbye? Here we go. End, start.
Yeah, there you go.
Stop. Oh, that stopped that. Leave, yeah. Boom.